which is my carry-on. I feel like I've just been in go mode this whole week. Everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Clarice if you're new here, and it is Tuesday morning. I'm currently getting ready because I have to head out for my internship, but this is technically the start of my week because I just got back from camping this weekend and we only got in late last night. So I'm starting the week on a Tuesday. I honestly haven't really sat down and planned out my week, which I usually like to do every Sunday. I have a lot of work I need to catch up on this week, so it's gonna be busy. I also have a lot of things I want to prepare for my semester abroad because I'm leaving at the end of this month. I don't even have a suitcase. I need to order one. It's pretty bad. I realized I've been waking up looking so puffy, so I've been trying to make it a consistent habit to gua sha more frequently. That being said, as much as I am so excited for my semester abroad, I also can't believe that it's already August and that there's only like 2.5 weeks before I leave and before summer's over. I say this every time, but I honestly feel like I blinked and it's already the end of the summer. I think it'll be fun, especially to show you guys like little ways I try to romanticize my days in my summer despite doing a 9-to-5 internship, which granted I've been doing part-time, so it's not like I'm working every single day, but it was a big adjustment at first, and I feel like now that I've been interning there for like a month and a half, I've got my routine down and I'm like a little bit more settled. I have to get ready now because I do have to leave pretty early. I am a commuter, so it does take me a long time to get to my internship, but I bring a book. I'm reading Funny Story right now, which is so good and I'm really enjoying, so that makes the commute go by much quicker. I'm gonna go head down to the kitchen, make myself some breakfast and some matcha, of course, and we can get today started. I always make myself a matcha in my little to-go cup every morning. That way it's something to look forward to when I sit down at my desk. Also made myself some breakfast. I have a cream cheese bagel with some grapes. It's honestly not the most healthy or balanced breakfast, but I feel like bagels are always my default. One thing I also love to do when I'm getting ready in the morning is listen to some music. I feel like the right playlist can honestly really set the tone for your day. I noticed at some point I was listening to so many mellow, sad songs and it was putting me in a sad mood because I was listening to that all the time, which, don't get me wrong, I love my sad music sometimes, but when you're first starting your day, I feel like it's nice to have something a little bit more positive. But right now I think I am most in the mood to listen to some Olivia Dean. If you can't tell, I'm wearing her face on my t-shirt right now because I went to her show last Friday night and it was an amazing experience. I have no words. She's just so perfect. Her music is so good and she's just like grace and elegance in a person. Moral of the story, just put on whatever music is gonna get you in a good mood to get your day started. I feel like that always helps me kind of romanticize a little bit. I'm gonna go have my breakfast and finish getting ready for the day, and then we're gonna have to head out because I have to catch my bus. So I'm gonna do a quiet winding down routine. I also put a hair mask in my hair and decided I was gonna wash and blow dry it tomorrow morning, but I can't wait to get in bed and read my book. My hair is still not 100% dry, but I have to head out, so it's gonna have to do. Today's Wednesday, I have my internship again, and I actually have plans this evening. I'm going to see the movie Tony, which is, I believe, a biopic of Anthony Bourdain. I was very kindly invited, so I'm going with my friend Charlotte, and I think that'll be fun to end the day. Oh my. I need to get rid of this white cast. I honestly really don't know that much about Anthony Bourdain. I know like he's written some books that are very big, and he had a show, I believe, at some point. So it'll be interesting. I love going to the movies, of course. I'm a film major, so any chance I get, I will gladly take it. I have to head out for my internship now, but I don't think I'm actually gonna film much while I'm there. I'm probably just going to catch up with you guys later this evening when it's time to see the movie. Hello, I'm with my movie partner. This is like the 4th time we go to one of these screenings together. She's my only friend.
And it's always fun.
It's always the best.
We hope you leave the cinema wanting to live a little bigger. Enjoy, Tony!
Good morning, everyone. It's Friday, and I've been having kind of a chill morning, which is really nice because today's the first day this week that I haven't had to wake up at 6. I guess I'm not counting Monday though because I was camping on that day, but every other day when I've had my internship, I've been waking up early, and I feel like I've just been in go mode this whole week. But I feel very blessed and very lucky to be so busy and to have so many things going on, because the things I've been busy with have been things that I'm excited about or plans that I make with friends. Speaking of which, I didn't tell you guys about the screening I went to. I know it's the last thing I filmed, but it feels like for some reason it was ages ago, even though it's only been a day. But I really liked the movie, and I'm glad I went to see it. I think I would have gone to see it either way had I been invited or not. What I really liked about it actually is that it's not like a biography or biopic of his entire life. It's only focusing on this one summer before he decides to become a chef. But honestly, looking at the few biopics that I have watched, I feel like it's so hard to condense a single person's life in like a 2-hour long movie. So I like that this one took a different approach and only focused on one summer, and it was a bit more like anecdotal. Is that a word? Sometimes I feel like I'm just making words up. Anecdotal describes information, evidence, or records based on personal stories. There you go. The cinematography was great. The music was good too. Although I will say there's like one theme song that keeps coming up in the movie. And I get that it's supposed to like punctuate certain moments in the story, and it's supposed to be like a motif, I guess, that keeps coming back. The 3rd time that like motif played, I was ready for something else. This eye patch has a mind of its own. I feel like it's sliding all over the place. Besides catching up on a bit of filming and editing today, I also have a few things I want to prepare for study abroad. I'm supposed to be getting my carry-on suitcase in the mail today, which I didn't have one before, so I was like, I should probably order one since I'm going to be traveling a lot. I'm going to write out my to-do list for the day and actually finish getting ready because I am still in my PJs, but after that we can get today started. I finished getting ready, and I decided to do a little bit of makeup and kind of wave my hair a little bit because I had to film an ad, so I wanted to make sure I was looking good for that. But now I'm going to take some time to do my course selection. My actual appointment to register for classes isn't until next Tuesday morning, but I will make like a mock schedule for myself and really try to be thorough with trying to pick out the best classes. That being said, I did already start a spreadsheet on my iPad, and I started doing a little bit of research to look into the scheduling of each classes, so I'm just going to continue doing that. I was just doing it quickly on my iPad because I was on the go, so I needed something portable, and you guys know I love my iPad, of course. I use it pretty much every day, whether it be for content creation. During the semester, I love to take notes or annotate my readings on it, or even honestly watching YouTube and watching TV shows. Like, I am a proud iPad kid. And something that's just as important as my iPad itself is the iPad case and iPad accessories that I use. I get a lot of questions on my current case, and this one is actually from ESR, who is kindly sponsoring this video. However, with back to school season coming up, I wanted to upgrade to another case from them. I thought I would share with you guys the ESR ESR Shift keyboard case that I'm upgrading to because it really is a great option for students. Part of the reason why I wanted to get an iPad in the first place is because I was looking for a way to take notes and work on the go without having to carry my heavy laptop with me everywhere. Hence why having a keyboard case that adapts to my need and day-to-day work is really an essential. First of all, the case is very adorable and stylish, which I feel like may be superficial, but is important to me when I'm using it every single day. And what I love about it is since it connects via Bluetooth, you can actually detach the magnetic keyboard but still use it. For example, if I want to have my iPad screen be at eye level so I'm not looking down and straining my neck while typing, I can just detach it, raise it, and then still use the keyboard to type and work. Or if I just want to use my iPad for handwritten notes, I can also very easily detach the keyboard altogether and use my iPad as is. You can also adjust the kickstand on the back of the case here so that you can adapt the angle of your iPad screen based on the kind of work that you're doing. You can really tell just how thoughtfully this case was designed because, for instance, with the kickstand here, it even has a diagonal edge so that you can even prop your iPad up vertically like this in portrait mode. It's honestly the best for when I'm scrolling on Pinterest or replying to comments or even just like reading. The trackpad is also 65% bigger, giving you smoother control and seamless intuitive navigation. And if, like me, you like to switch between typing and writing out your notes, the iPad case also has 2 built-in slots for the ESR Digital Pencil, which is a budget-friendly alternative to the Apple Pencil Pro. It connects via Bluetooth, it has all of the shortcuts that you need, and even displays the battery and location in real time. But if, for some reason, even with the 2 built-in slots for it on the case, you do find yourself misplacing your digital pencil, you can easily locate it on the Find My app and even set up a sound alert. Most importantly, writing with the ESR Digital Pencil is super smooth and precise, so it's a great option whether you like to draw, sketch, or handwrite your notes. There is no doubt that I'm going to be bringing my iPad with me on my semester abroad. I probably would not function the same without it. So if you're also looking to upgrade your digital setup for back to school season, you can check out ESR and the link in my description for all of your tech needs. I've honestly loved every case I've gotten from ESR, and specifically their iPad cases I think are so well designed and like conceptualized. I'm gonna get to planning my schedule and my courses now, and we can also keep tackling the rest of my to-do list. I've just been editing and catching up on some work. I also made my bed because my sheets were done being washed and dried, but I got a very exciting package, which is my carry-on. Honestly, I'm surprised at how fast this came. I ordered it like earlier this week and it's already been delivered, which is great because I'm going to be traveling for abroad and likely going on, hopefully, many little weekend trips. I wanted to get myself a carry-on suitcase so I could travel more conveniently because in the past I haven't really traveled much, so if I have gone somewhere I would usually just like borrow someone's luggage like a friend or a family member, which is what I'm going to do for my check-in bag because realistically that bag I'm only going to use for the flight there and the flight back at the end of my semester. I'm not going to be traveling with a huge check-in bag all the time. I'm mostly just going to be doing shorter trips, which is why I wanted to invest in a carry-on for myself, and I thought we could unbox it together. Here it is. It's very lightweight, which is great. Honestly, as I was looking up reviews and trying to shop online, it's just like so tricky to shop for luggage because everyone has mixed opinions, and because it's like quite pricey, I feel like I want to make an informed purchase. And I was looking up a bunch of different reviews, comparing research. I was watching like videos of people showing how much you can pack in it and the pros and cons of different suitcases, and I just landed on the classic carry-on from Monos, which I've heard pretty good things about. I feel like no matter what, like there's gonna be some mixed reviews. A lot of people will talk about like scuffing or damage, but the thing with the carry-on is I'm gonna be the one like storing it most of the time and looking after it, so unless I have to check in my carry-on, I feel like as long as I take decent care of it and I'm careful when handling it, it should stay nice most of the time. But also like it's gonna get beaten up, and I've just come to the fact that that's not something I can avoid forever and it's gonna happen at some point. Anyways, all this to say, I am excited to pack this with you guys eventually. I do want to make a video all about like preparing for abroad and the days leading up to when I'm leaving. I also love the color I chose, but it might be a little bit controversial. I got it in this desert taupe color. which is a very light, like grayish beige. And again, I know this can get dirty easily, but like you can tell it fits my color palette if you look around my room. It honestly looks so nice and like sleek looking. While we're here and unboxing stuff, I also got this travel tripod that was very kindly gifted to me from Craft Geek. And it's funny because I had just ordered, I think I showed this in one of my recent vlogs, but I just ordered a phone tripod from them, and then they reached out to me via email and were like, would you like to receive this travel ring light tripod? And it was very great timing because obviously I'm gonna be traveling a lot. In all my years of content creation, I've never actually had a ring light, so this is making me feel really professional. But the thing I love about these Craft Geek tripods is how portable they are. This, if you just press down, opens up like this. It took me a while to get the hang of it at first, and I just couldn't figure out how to open it. But then if you just pull on this, it gets super tall. I think this one is taller than the one I have from them right now. And the ring light folds like this, so it's a little bit easier to pack. I don't know why I would need to have it at this height. I'm not this tall, but there we go. Let me grab my phone. And it's MagSafe too, which is super convenient. I feel like a TikToker. I need to charge it to actually use the ring light, but thank you to Craft Geek for sending this to me. Fangirling. That cat ran towards me. What a gift it is to be chosen by a cat. Hello everyone, it is actually a few days later and I wanted to do one last update before I officially wrap up this vlog because I feel like I have so many things to catch you up on. First things first, I had my registration on Tuesday and it actually went a lot better than I was anticipating. I think my experience signing up for classes at university here has just been not the best. Like I've always had to really rush to get into the classes I wanted and be really prepared. But honestly, signing up for classes for Dublin has been pretty seamless. I will say a few of the classes I was really eyeing had no more seats available, which is a bit unfortunate, but hopefully, fingers crossed, they will add more. But the good news is at least I have a schedule now, and for the most part I would say it's pretty decent. I do have like a huge hole right now in my Monday schedule, and because it's such a long gap between my classes, I'm probably not going to stay on campus for that time, so I would have to like commute back to the house I'll be staying at and then commute again in the evenings, which is not ideal, but we will see. Another update is that I picked up a bunch of books at the library and many different travel guides. I am a big travel guide kind of girl, to be honest. I know obviously the internet has a lot of resources, but I feel like for me it's almost like a little overwhelming because everyone's sharing their opinions and it's always different, and then you have some people saying some places are overhyped and some places are hidden gems. Also, one thing I really like about travel guides is you get like maps and there's even like history, which is always interesting to read about, whereas I feel like when I go on TikTok or Instagram to look for inspo, it's only really showing places for the aesthetic and for the pictures, which, don't get me wrong, I love a good picture moment, but I'm gonna be staying in Dublin for like a few months, so I want to get to experience the history and the culture. Looking at these pictures is honestly getting me so excited, but I also have so many things I still need to do. I'm actually gonna start a new video after this that's gonna be all about preparing for abroad, obviously bringing you along with me for the errands I gotta run, packing, all the way up until my flight. I actually did also order 2 other things for a study abroad that just came in earlier this week. One of them being AirTags. I just figured these would be really handy. And this next one is actually the one I am most excited about, and that is a Kobo. This is an e-reader and it actually is the Kobo Libra Color, in case you were wondering. I did a bit of research between Kobo versus Kindle, and I think I always knew that I was going to gravitate more towards Kobo because I'm not really that interested in getting Kindle Unlimited. I feel like for the most part when I read digital books I just borrow them from the library, and this connects to your Libby app, but this is my new e-reader. I've been thinking about getting one for a while because I love to read on the go, and I figured now that I'm going abroad would be the perfect time to get one because I'm obviously not going to bring a bunch of books in my suitcase. I feel like that is not the most efficient use of the limited space I already have. I'm so excited. It's honestly so lightweight and I just can't wait to click away and read my little book on the plane. It's gonna be amazing. I feel like as I'm accumulating these things, and especially having received my suitcase now, I'm starting to realize that this is all happening very soon, and I'm trying not to like hype it up too much and not to have too high expectations, but I also know that it's gonna match those expectations. I am anticipating that as much as like the first 2 weeks are gonna be super exciting, there's probably gonna be a period of time where I'm probably gonna feel a little bit homesick. It's gonna be an adjustment. But I think that's part of the experience, and going into it being aware of that is definitely very helpful. I feel like I've said this before, but if you have literally any wisdom, advice, or like recommendations on studying abroad, please comment it down below. I will read through every comment. I'm wrapping up this chatty update. As I said, there will be another vlog coming soon with all of my study abroad prep. I say soon, it's gonna come in a little bit. I have like a lot more videos I need to edit and get up before that. So I apologize if my next few uploads are kind of out of order, but I hope you enjoyed this video. I definitely had a fun time bringing you along, and as always, I hope you have the most wonderful rest of your day or night wherever you are. Thank you so much for watching if you've made it up until this point. I'm sending you lots of love, good luck if you are going back to school as well. I know it's that time of year. Hang in there, take care of yourselves, and I will see you guys hopefully soon. Bye!